Welcome to the Land House YouTube channel. I'm Seth. For about 4 months, my ram pump has been cycling in the creek non-stop, but I heard last night it stopped working. So I thought I would grab the camera and bring you along to see why that has happened. So let's step down here to the creek and see if we can figure out what's going on. Now, I was hearing the cycles kind of get slower and slower and have a strange pop to them, which made me think maybe air was getting into the line. So we will head down here and see what's going on. Okay, we're down here at the ram pump. If you're not familiar with what a ram pump is, it's an off-grid water pump that lifts water uphill just based on input head pressure and no fuel or electricity. So I've noticed that pressure tank is full of water, which means we need to purge the water out of there and do that by closing off these valves. So hopefully I can open this up and get that air back in there. Nope, I'll have to drain it this way. So with the ram pump, the pressure tank is not necessary, but it helps to cushion the pressure wave that is sent in here. So okay, that's thing number one. Pressure tank has now been drained, looking pretty good. So far, this section of the drive pipe looks good. Let's go ahead and follow everything up the hill. Looks like this little tree is fallen. Let's go around here. So the drive pipe is locked down to my little flume here, and I can see the water flowing out of the flume, which means we're at least getting water into the bucket. Now this bucket acts as a silt and air filter. I actually have these for sale now at landhouse.com. They look much prettier than this. But you can see water goes in there, and then it just, this one right here, it goes out there. But on the ones that you can buy from Land House, it just overflows if you got more than you need. Okay, I'm seeing a whole lot of silt and sediment down there in the bottom, which is kind of one of the things this bucket does, but that's a lot. It's up to that level right there. So let's go ahead and drain that out. That might possibly be a reason why this stopped, because I'm also seeing it there in the drive pipe. It is pretty full. So, all right, that's our next task, get this cleaned out. This might possibly be the most silt and sediment I've seen in this. So as far as water flow goes, that's pretty good. Might be a little bit low. We can clean off the intake next. So I've got this little piece of pipe down here, which is supposed to help drain that silt, but there's so much in here. Yeah, may have to just scoop this out until I get enough of it out. And that is a lot. I have not cleaned this all year, and so you can see just how much silt there is in my creek. We have had some really good sized rains too, so I'm sure that's helped to clog this thing up. There we go. Broke free on the bottom. That'll help clean it out. So you can see where having the silt filter bucket allows the ram pump to operate longer and not have to suck in all of this silt. So definitely worth having this filter on your system. Now the ram pump, of course, will work without it, but it lasts longer if you can get that silt out of there. Okay. That's one big pile of silt. So we're looking here. Water is much clearer now, and so the ram pump should have nice access to clean water. Now that is filling up really fast, so I'm not exactly sure what the flow rate is, but somewhere around 15 gallons a minute, I'd say. All right, there we go. Overflowing again. Let's cap this. So number one, the pressure tank being full of water possibly could have stopped the pump. Number two, having that intake filter bucket full of silt definitely could stop the pump. And number three, if the source water has clogged up the screened intake, it'll definitely stop the pump. So we've got a few things that may be going on. So as far as terminology goes, the pipe that goes from the bucket to the pump is the drive pipe. The poly pipe that goes from the bucket up here to the source is called a supply line. Let's go ahead and make our way up here and find the source. Got a couple of trees that have fallen since I was up here last. Here's the water source. Check that out. Almost entirely covered in silt. So that right there, definitely an issue. To be completely honest with you, I'm not sure how the pump's getting as much water as it is, unless under this rock there's still some open screen. Yeah, there we go. There is a little open screen right here. So there's a whole second filter right over here that is covered up with all this silt. Move this up out of the way, so maybe you'll be able to see it in a moment. So what I've done is I used two 3-inch pieces of pipe and I put window screen over them, and that window screen helps to keep some of the larger debris out. As you saw down there at the bucket, there's still plenty that gets through. Let's use a rock as a scoop here. Okay, I'm going to return this rock over here because that seemed to work well on keeping some of that silt out. Kind of hard to see through all that reflection, but there's the screened intake with a bunch of holes in it, and then it goes up under this rock and out right there to the 1-inch poly pipe. Should be clean enough now for us to go start the pump back up. Plenty of water flowing out of the bucket now. We should be good to start the pump. Let's hike back down here through the stinging nettle and get this thing going. Okay, I think first I'm going to open up the delivery pipe, and that'll put pressure back into this tank. There we go. We can see the water raising up here. Should stop about right there. See if it does. Yep, right there. I've seen that plenty of times before. All right, and now if I open this one, it's probably going to start cycling on its own. We'll see. It's got a lot of debris stuck in there. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's possible that the pump stopped because of the silt and debris in the drive pipe, but I'm guessing because the silt and debris covered up the intake holes on the source that the pump just didn't have enough water and stopped that way. Otherwise, this thing has been running for 4 months non-stop, pumping water up to my storage tanks. Let's head up to those tanks and see how that's doing. I'm right here on the edge of the woods, so you can see this telephone pole here. Right past that is the creek, and the water from the ram pump comes up here under the culvert and then heads up this hill and goes into the woods up here to my storage tanks. So let's head in here so you can see those. Here's the water tower that I built this year. It has worked flawlessly. I'm very glad to have that. And then on top of it, I have a 330-gallon water tote, and you can see it is also doing well. So this side over here is where the water goes up into the tote. I just simply have it going up into the top, and then down here it's got two different things. This is the overflow pipe. So that sticks up to just barely below the top, and it sends water off this way into the woods. Now it's got about 10 feet of wet soil over there where the drain is, but the ground soaks it up real quick. And then the other side of this is where the water now goes down to both my garden spot and to the top of my hill, where I'm going to have another garden sometime in the future. Here's what the top of this tote looks like. We should be able to see water going in here. Let's see how full it is. There you go. So you can see it's not tons of water, but it does fill up this tote pretty quick. Well, it's nice to have the ram pump back up and running. It's only been down for a couple of days, and I kind of figured that big rain is what did it. So just filled up my intake with silt, which also sent a lot of silt to the filter bucket. So if you want to buy a ram pump, I have 4 different sizes available at landtohouse.com, Amazon, and eBay. Links down below. And the new product that I'm selling is the filter bucket, which does 2 things. It helps to reduce the amount of silt that gets to the pump. It also allows the air bubbles from your source to be filtered out so the ram pump doesn't get any air. So check those out as well. I'm Seth with Land to House, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.